Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV as Mongolia. And we're of course still going for that Great Khan achievement, where we have to take the Russia, Persia and China regions as Mongolia, which we clearly are, or the Great Horde, which we're not, but that's actually our subject at the moment. We'll talk about that in a second. We're also going for that Back and Control achievement, where we have to take China as well and form Great Yuan. Why do I want to talk about the Great Horde? Because we're in a bit of a pickle. And you wouldn't think that looking at this. I mean, we're super big. We definitely have the biggest name on the map. Sure, our provinces are pretty bad. I think our average province development is like 6 because we burned all the stuff. But we've kind of stopped burning all the things. Just stopped burning some of the things now. And everything is going well, and we should be in second rank great power rating at the moment. Technically, well, we should be second right now with 1200, almost 1300 development and no institution penalty. If we had, or if the Ottomans picked up the institution, then they would be ahead of us. So we are sort of second, third rank great power right now, except that we're tributary to Ming. But that's not the problem. Thing is, we could just continue doing what we've been doing and just eat small people around us. We can't really eat Persia at the moment, or it will be annoying because they're allied to Bahmanis. Kinda need to find better timing there to get in there. But we could keep eating on these Indian miners, or eating our way over here through the Persia node for the stuff that we actually need for our achievement. If we check here, Great Khan's gonna zoom us to Russia, but I want to look here. There's a bunch of minor land that we need down here, including QQ and stuff. So we could just start eating Baluchistan and Jam and Basra and maybe Timi, and then norm our way to QQ and ignore Persia for now until we can somehow deal with Bahmanis. We could fight these guys head on too, but I think that would be scary. Now the big issue is, well, there are two big issues. They're called Ming and they're called the Ottomans. I think we are in a spot where we could stop being a tributary to Ming, if only Ming was concerned. I think we can beat Ming. While they have a gigantic army, if we do check, obviously not my rival, they're also not my ally. Can I somehow? No. Let's just check Ming manually here. Ming has, army-wise, we have similar discipline, but we are very close to getting 5% extra discipline. We have better siege ability, which is not that important. We have slightly better defensiveness, also not that important. We have massively better professionalism and massively better army tradition. So, and look at the morale. We have, what's that, 2.5 extra morale over Ming. But that is partially because they have their maintenance down. Okay. Still, even if they were at 4.6 here, or 4.7, I'll say 4.6, we would still be over a full morale point ahead of them. So that would be fine. We could beat them. They have tons of troops. If we look at armies and are able to find them. Oh, there they were. I think we can just sort by total. We should both be somewhere up. Come on, total. Thank you. They have double the army we have, but I think ours is much, much better. And we have all that cavalry too. They have a lot of cannon already. Maybe we need to go up on cannon a bit. But I think we could beat them. So we could start to stop being their tributary and then maybe fight them at some point. Thing is, the Ottomans hate us, and I think that is my fault. I know that is my fault. We expanded into a piece of Russia over here. We vassalized the Great Horde, and then we fed all the Great Horde cores that were in Russia to the Great Horde. You would think that would be okay, but it turns out, well, for one, the Ottomans now want our subjects' provinces. Minus 121 relations for wanting our provinces, because that's a lot of provinces they want. If we had a border like here, this would be much better, but this way they want all of this stuff. What's even, that's not worse, but what's also bad and surprising to me is this. The Ottomans have a core on Yike. Why? I don't know. But they have a core on Yike until when? Until 1629, so that is another 40 years. of core that they have there. That means a relations hit for having a core on us. You can see that there have a core, -20. Also relations hit because we raised their province. Whoops. I didn't realize it was their province. And also -34 for them wanting our provinces, which is yike. So this one core alone gives us what's that? -55, -75, -83 relations right now. No, that's aggressive expansion. Never mind. -20, -41, -75. -75 relations. If we could get rid of that and the aggressive expansion was going to drop down and get the improved relations up to 100, then we would probably be somewhere near 0 relations, and maybe we could get them to not be hostile. And then they would not want my subjects' territory either, and everything would be groovy. But they have this core, and they're gonna hate me for another 40 years. And while they might not attack me on their own, because I'm powerful, if we go to war with, say, Ming, I'm sure the Ottomans are gonna jump on that opportunity. Same for this potential coalition down here. As soon as we go to war with the big guy, these guys are gonna jump on it. So I'm in a bit of a pickle that I don't know what to do. I want to deal with the big guys. I really want to stop being Ming's tributary, but I think if I do that, I also, not only do we have the chance of fighting Ming and inviting the Ottomans in, we also right now have the protection of Ming due to being that tributary. And once we drop that, the Ottomans might be even more interested in attacking us. So what does that mean for us? I think it means we can't drop Ming yet. I really want to. I really, really, really want to. But I think we can't. I think we somehow have to deal with our Western Front first, and I don't quite know how. One option would be to declare war on the Ottomans and create some sort of buffer states around us. So if we look at cores around here, I mean, of course, there are a bunch of Crimean cores here. So releasing Crimea would block off a lot of Ottoman land. And down here, it's unfortunately not Crimea, but Circassia and... what's that? This is all Crimea. What are you? Astrakhan and the Great Horde. So if we gave the Great Horde their cores, released Crimea over here, and released Circassia, then I think this is gonna be a problem, right? Would it? No, it would be bordering Crimea. That's fine. Then we would no longer have a border to the Ottomans, and then our relations might get better after a while. I mean, the war is gonna worsen our relations for a bit, but maybe then it's gonna get better. We could also revoke that core. And then maybe we can get to a point where the Ottomans are fine with us being here. And then we can focus on dealing with Min. I think that's the plan. I don't like the idea of having to fight the Ottomans. Not at all. If we go back to our ledger and... negative opinion. That's not quite enough. But the Ottomans should be in this list. Here we go. How are they doing morale-wise? Also worse than we are, and there's no maintenance in there. They have high discipline at the moment, but we can get the +5 to be similar, and we are much better at professionalism and tradition. And they have similar amounts of troops. I already checked that. I think we can beat them. They have friends, but their friends are not super important, I don't think. Morocco, Tlemcen, and Fezzan. Tlemcen, Morocco, and Fezzan. I mean, these are certainly people, but, you know, not that horrible. The question is, if we declare war on the Ottomans, will they go through QQ and Persia to get into my land, into annoy me, or can we focus our fight up here? How is that opinion map mode looking? Political opinion? Is it not political? Diplomatic, of course. Opinion. So QQ kind of likes the Ottomans. Persia kind of likes the Ottomans. Oh no, that's the wrong way, right? QQ opinion of Ottomans, yeah, but it's not positive, but they might still hand out military access. So there's a chance that if we go over here and start eating into the Ottomans, they just walk through here and annoy me to no end. I don't quite know how to handle that. I don't want to stack here and stack there. I mean, if we clean this up here, are there any forts around here? I'm sorry for talking this much at the beginning of the episode, but I think this is an important step in our campaign, and I think we should plan this properly. So, if we take Kirim here and Ackerman, especially Ackerman, then we have cut the Ottomans off here, and then we can maybe focus on this. I think I want to do this. Well, want is a strong word, but I think I kind of have to do this. We can't use our Horde CB, but we have a CB for Reconquest for the Great Horde, and it should be possible to also release subjects with that. All their allies are happy to come in. I think this is what we're going to aim for. Not immediately, but soon. Now, that means we want our armies to be up to par. I think we want about 30 combat width armies with a bunch of cannons. I think we have a bunch of force limit left over. Yes, tons of force limit, so we should definitely go up on that. 30 combat width means I can drop some infantry and some cavalry here. That's 30 combat width. Can even go like this. 30, sure. And then give you guys, I think, 10 cannons. And then what do we have here? Guys, we're going to have attrition in a second. Alright, that's fine. We're going to deal with that in a minute. We have some rebels coming up, but I think once we do our coring, that's going to be fine. Right? It's mostly the Sindhi separatists. And yeah, it should be totally fine once overextension goes away. How are we doing on boats? Do we need more boats? No, we're already building more boats. But actually there's one more force limit, so I think we can, yes, go one boat higher. We also have the institution spawning soon, in 1600. And as it stands, it's probably going to spawn in Beijing. At least if we look at the ledger, trade, no, it's not income comparison. Where's trade notes? Wait, trade notes, there we go. Total Beijing is up there. I don't know if it subtracts the outgoing here or not, because if it does, then Beijing might not be the spawning point. So we may want to stop steering trade away from Beijing for a bit. Is that actually going to help? I don't actually know. It might spawn in Beijing. It's not going to spawn for us in Human. We're not going to get that happening. It might spawn in Beijing. And then we're going to have a relatively easy time of getting it. But we'll see about that. Now, back to actual work. Armies moving around. Mission is just acquire subjects. I don't want that quite yet. I don't want to eat the Great Horde right now. I do kind of want to eat Ladakh, so we can then attack Tibet. The reason I want to attack Tibet is that... coalition? Sure, worrisome. Persia in the coalition. I think we're fine here. I think they're gonna understand that coalitioning me is a bad idea very soon. Let's reduce this to a 15-15, I guess, again. Half and half seems like a nice roundabout thing. Move you out here. What was I talking about? Coalition's the one thing. Oh, you can't stand here. Can you stand anywhere? No. How about unrest down here? How do we do with this? So I'm going to send half of you down there. Sit down there and rest for a bit. Spy. Baluchistan in the coalition. I think this is all fine. I think these are just the minors. They're not going to dare declare on me. And if they do, they're just going to die. Military leader died. Oh, this guy. That's sad. We currently do need... Well, we have some leaders left over, so let's grab you, I guess. So you guys are the core of a new army, then. Maybe in Moscow or somewhere. We have some... Oh, we have tons of... That's Horde unrest up here, but I mean, I might as well gather these troops up here for a minute. Hey, yeah, coalition, it's fine. What was I talking about? Ooh. Okay. New plan. Ming just cancelled their tributary state relation. Well, that's interesting, because they actually like me. Huh, interesting choice. Okay, I think this could be bad for Ming. If you look at mandate now, yeah, it's actually going to drop just a tiny bit because of the tributaries they still have. But us not being a tributary gives them a minus 30.3 on that mandate. So eventually they're going to just explode, hopefully. We're now great power, of course. Impressive. We should be rank 2 great power, I think. Yes. Unless until the Ottomans actually take that institution. So we're not. I remember what I was talking about now. I was thinking about taking Tibet, so we reduce the number of tributaries Ming has. So the mandate drops faster, but now we don't need to do that. Speaking of tributaries, I think we can now actually make tributaries. What kind of action would it be? Is that alliance action? Not a dynastic action, not an influence action, I don't think. It is. Establish tributary. Who wants to be my tributary? Now we get called into wars against tributaries, so we have to remember that. I think Lithuania will be fine. Don't think we need any land from Lithuania for this achievement. We do need some from Polotsk, unfortunately, so I can't redo that. But I'm gonna make Lithuania my tributary. That is also going to reduce the chances for the Ottomans to expand that way. I like that. So Lithuania, please be my tributary. And once in a lifetime opportunity, indeed. I'm gonna bring back some of these guys. I do want to improve relations around me, but I also want to establish a ton of tributaries and make use of them. Also, we should set what we want from them, and I think right now that's military power. Please give me 5 military power every year, Lithuania. Thank you. Alright, I like it, I like it. What else is happening here? Rebels should be fine. But this means we're not going to go for that Ottoman war anytime soon, I don't think. Or do we? Not while we have that coalition, for sure. I mean, we do currently still have a truce to Ming, right? What is it, a 5-year truce? But is 5 years enough for an Ottoman war? It seems a bit limited. Especially while we have that coalition on our doorstep. Difficult choice. You're not quite done yet, you guys. You're full, right? 10 cannons and yes, you're a full stack. That's good. You guys are still building your cannons, and you guys, I want you to be a full stack as well. I think we have room for, yeah, lots of new troops. Let's get 10 infantry. Do you want to ask my tribes for some cav? They get how much influence? 15. Yeah, I mean, might as well do it. So we only need to build 3 cavalry here, and then 10 cannons. People claiming us, that's fine. We got a general of those tribes that is 5 shock. I mean, he knows where it's at, I guess. Not a good general, but I mean, 5 shock is 5 shock. Ottomans now rivaled me. Uh-oh. That's gonna be fun. Oh, I need to go for more tributaries. Right. Who else wants to be my tributary? Now we have to be a bit careful because we get that requirement to defend them, or at least we get the call to arms when we make people into our tributaries. That said, don't think I mind picking up these miners here. You can be my tributary. And you can be my tributary. Once in a lifetime opportunity, indeed. And I think Oman, I don't think we can do Basra because we need this land. And we can always break territory, but that doesn't seem great. But I can do Oman. Let's go. And set all these guys to give me military if they can. These guys can't. It's just money or manpower. You can for 1 whole point, and you guys can't either. So if they're too small, you can't ask them for monarch points. But, you know, what can we do about that? Nothing. I'm gonna drop off a couple of you. Actually, let's drop off some infantry. And have the rest drill. Just so they don't take attrition. You guys can also drill. You're still taking attrition. Did I see this incorrectly? Apparently. Drop off some more infantry. The reason I'm dropping off infantry is that they're most likely to take casualties in fights. And when you take casualties, you lose your drill. Cannons, once you've drilled your cannons, what are they going to do? They don't take damage, so they never lose their drill. Well, never is, of course, a bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I'm talking about there. Let's go here with this army. All these guys are going to walk to Mongol land now. Not Mongol, we are Mongols. The other Mongols. Great Horde land now, but that's going to be okay. Civil disorder. Ottomans insulted me, sure. Still have this coalition running around. How are these guys doing? I mean, Multan is always going to be hateful. Persia is going to drop off at some point. These guys are still pretty high. We're going to find a way. It's going to be okay. I think the only way these guys actually declare war on us is if we fight Ming or the Ottomans. Maybe Russia, but I don't think Russia is big enough to actually get them to do that. Oops. We're actually capped on admin here. Has that happened to us before? I feel like not. What do? I think we're way ahead of time in tech. Yep. And I think inflation is still fine. It is. So let's do some development. This is the talking and doing non-war stuff episode, apparently. Any place where admin development is actually good. I don't want to do it in places where the tribes are in charge, because we're not getting any of this. Kokand seems fine. Look at this place. If we go to Kokand and turn on the edict, encourage development, have a bunch of admin. Sure. For now. What about your neighboring places? I assume they're not very good for admin. Jirin is a different place overall. I just want to drop some more admin here so I don't forget again. Get capped again. I guess it's Jirin then. Jirin, I know where you are. Somewhere around here. There you are. Have a development edict. Development, and get some admin. Okay. Now, how's our truce to Russia? 16. Okay, long, very long. So that part is good. Ming should be slowly disintegrating once this mandate drops a bit more. Well, that's gonna be okay. I hope not to go to war with them before they do, but if we have to, we have to. Sure, let's convert this place. So many things. I also really want to switch my syncretic faith to Sunni instead of Vajrayana, so that all our Sunni land, and we have a lot of Sunni land, can be of an accepted religion instead of this tiny bit of Vajrayana land here. But that would mean an additional loss of a point of horde unity every year. And especially if we're, like right now, in a sort of peaceful period, that is not great. Supply. Yeah. The perils of raising everything. Being unable to supply my armies. Drop off some of you. If you do yike. And you can drill. And then where are my 5 horses? Down here. Get on your way. It's not that far. Gonna move on. Just once fully across Asia. We have tons of free diplomats. They should be doing things. Let's look at those tributaries once more. Become the tributary. No. No, not Basra or Jam. Avaria is, I think, fine. And you could go like Moldavia, but that doesn't do much for us at all. Anybody close to doing it? Davasir Najd? And then nobody else. Davasir Najd, not very big either. Do I want this? Do I care? Do you have any sort of development? I mean, there's some. Let's go improve with Davasir. See if we can milk a monarch point per year out of them or not. And then have at least one more of our diplomats go back to improving with outraged countries. Royal marriage to Tibet has ended. That would be fine, except for the fact that we can't attack Tibet anymore without attacking Ming. So the Ottomans should now have overtaken us in the Great Power Rankings, or should do so very soon. I think it hasn't updated the calculation yet. Next month. Yeah. Ottomans rank 1 actually now. Of course, they have tons of development. Admin tech costs minus 10%. Wee. Liberty design subjects, that's fine, I assume. Speaking of, how libertarians are my subjects? Lithuania. Because I can ask them for steering trade or something. Do I want any steering trade from the Great Horde? No. But from Ladakh? Sure. So Ladakh, please steer trade. Where is it? Divert trade. So we get their trade power. And they get some liberty desire. Get insulted by the Ottomans. Get our final idea. No. Not even our final idea. One more to go. Which is a great idea. Artillery compatibility and 5% discipline. That's going to be super helpful. 2 stars. Subject has ended. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Persia declared war on Timmy. Now you invite me back to be a tributary, Ming? No. You ended that. Now we're going to live with it. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to or not, and you decided that I should want to, so that's fine. No, Ming. Portugal attacking Kimchi. No, Ming. Oh, come on. So my heir could become Korean? I don't want that. Lose our administrative advisor, lose 50 admin power, and gain a new statesman. Diplomat. What does our administrative advisor do? It's a half-price production efficiency guy. That's a pretty strong advisor. I hate this option, but our heir being Korean, I think is bad. And claim strength going down by 25% is also bad. What does it mean if our heir is Korean? I don't really know. Has a strong claim, would be a medium claim after we do this. Since we're constantly being capped on admin, I think I'm gonna have to be okay with doing this. I hate it, that's gonna have to be okay. And then you're not even half price, you're just bad. You're also not half price, but you do inflation reduction. I think I'd take this level 2 inflation reduction guy for some, well, inflation reduction. No, Ming. Come on. What the hell? Let's go and improve with more outraged countries. And we are already at the end of this episode. I'm sorry for not having any wars or anything in this episode. We had some discussion to do, and then Ming just destroyed all our plans by just canceling our tributary arrangement and now asking me every day that they want really No, Ming. Now you've done it. Anyway, I promise we're gonna go back to war next episode. I don't know where yet. I really want to get into Persia, but I can't. Especially not while they're in the coalition, of course. But the Bahmanis alliance is gonna be a problem. Maybe we do some expansion down here. Maybe we do some expansion back into Russia, or we actually do attack those Ottomans. That still seems very scary with Ming on my border. They do like us though. The domineering attitude, they want me to be their subject. Yeah. We'll see. Allied to Russia. Ming, you bastard. Okay. Maybe we're not attacking Russia next episode. Sure. We'll see. We'll find out. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you're seeing, try out those like and subscribe buttons. And, you know, comments, ideas, anything, put them down there in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.